Buckley, and John Driffill.
Well, thank you, Gabe, from Ward Field, home of the Bulldogs. The Calexico Bulldogs were on the air. High school football, the Bulldogs and the Southwest Eagles tonight. Our high school football action brought to you by Southwest Security, by the CB Stop in Calexico, La Fonda Bar and Grill, Stan's Auto Body, McNeece Mart at Dogwood and Main, El Centro, the Broken Yolk Café, Imperial Valley College, Kennedy's Karne, and by Kennedy's Taco. It's high school football. The Imperial Valley League matchup tonight between the Bulldogs and the Eagles. Bulldogs coming off a loss last week, and John Driffill's got some of the numbers for us, don't you, John?
Yeah, last week the Bulldogs fell to Centro 34-14, but that's a little bit misleading as Calexico's first-string quarterback had been injured 2 weeks previous, and then the week before, the second-string quarterback was injured, so the coaching staff here, led by Fernando Solano, only had 5 days to get somebody to play quarterback, and they picked one of their halfbacks. So he was a halfback playing quarterback, and it showed up on the scoreboard as Calexico did put 14 points up, but the game was well in hand by then. We do have a sophomore starting tonight, a true quarterback who has been called up from the JV.
And last week also, you and I were in Brawley. The Southwest Eagles lost to the Brawley Wildcats 61-12, and it wasn't that close. The Imperial Valley League matchup tonight, it's an important one, and now correct me if I'm wrong, but Calexico Division 5 and Southwest Division 5.
Yeah, I believe Calexico's in Division 4 this year, along with Palo Verde. Vincent is in Division 5 with Southwest, and Vincent already has played Southwest. Beat them the second week, 46-7. So those two teams could theoretically meet again in the playoffs, especially since San Diego would much rather have two Valley schools play each other than send a San Diego school down here. So we'll just have to wait till all that's sorted out. But Calexico, because of the schedule they played, playing teams, they be in Division 5 Southwest, all the way up to Brawley Central Division 2, they're getting points even when they do lose those games. So they should be in the playoffs.
And they had, at one point, until they, ran into Imperial and then Central, had dreams of an undefeated season. And, it's not going to work out that way. But as you said, they get points even on the losses because playing upper division schools. We'll be back with more on our pre-game show after this.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, housing program, career services support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
This is Jason Jackson, and I'm running to return to the El Centro City Council. Are you tired of reading about crime in El Centro? Are you tired of having to deal with an ever-increasing homeless population? Me too. This is my home, and over the last 2 years, I have been frustrated over the lack of leadership in addressing these two issues. I have a proven track record of solving our city's issues, and with your help, I will bring my leadership and experience back to El Centro. I will work to address the safety of our residents and businesses, and I will work with stakeholders in addressing and reducing our homeless population. So on November 8th, vote Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council 2022. The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Craving Mexican food? La Fonda Bar Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. You're never disappointed on the service you get, the smiling faces who serve you, and the food that's delivered to your table. They make you feel at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily, from chile rellenos to enchiladas. Everything is handmade. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street, El Centro.
John Driffill, other games that are going on around the Imperial Valley right now. Imperial and Centro in Imperial. And that game, Mickey Dale, George Grijalva are streaming it on our website, Kxoradio.com. And also other games tonight. It is Holtville. I'm sorry. It is. Let me find it here. What's the date? It's Holtville and Palo Verde in Holtville, Calapat and Vincent Memorial in Calapat. And, well, that's pretty much the way it stacks up. 4 games going on. We'll keep you up to date on those games. And, John, let's get back to this matchup. You've got 2 teams that, well, last year it was 25-15, Calexico defeating the Eagles. So, you know, that's not going to say a lot. These are 2 totally different teams this year.
Yes, Fernando Solano took over the Bulldogs last year, and it took him a year to establish what he wanted, but Calexico actually had a very good season comparatively. They were 500. First time in years they'd end up 500. As you mentioned, they started out the year winning their first 5 games. They have given Palo Verde the only loss that Palo Verde suffered. That was a 14-13 victory for Calexico, actually in overtime. So it was 7-7 at the end of regulation. Both teams scored. Palo Verde did not convert the PAT. Calexico did, and they got the victory. After that, the Bulldogs then went over to San Diego and beat Castle Park 48-33. They beat Cetis of Mexicali 31-6. Then they beat El Faro Charter of San Diego 55-0. Then they beat Holtville 39-0. When 2 weeks ago they ran into Imperial, that's when again they had their second-string quarterback who was hurt during that game, so they ended up playing their halfback at the quarterback position, and they came away with a 24-0 loss there, as you would expect, without any time to prepare. And then last week, Central did a job on them. Central had their homecoming. They beat them 34-14, and Calexico now we're here tonight, and Calexico is celebrating their homecoming.
This is what, our 3rd homecoming, John? People are beginning to talk. You know, I've had more dates with you for homecoming than I did in high school.
And last week we watched homecoming at Brawley, and it was surprising because we didn't even know it was homecoming. Did not look like homecoming until they made the announcement at halftime, as 4 of the kids came out and got crowned the princess and queen and so on. So here I expect a lot more pageantry. We need to comment, Carroll. This is a beautiful setting for a football game. This is the absolute best facility in high school football here in the Valley, in my opinion.
And we'll be back with more of our pregame festivities after this.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza. Or see the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs. Yes, McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Wake up with Broken Yolk Café. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yolk Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Broken Yolk Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Broken Yolk Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
Kennedy's Karne at 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro. With 7 types of marinated chicken to choose from. An award-winning carne asada. Check out these specials. Certified Angus beef brisket, just $3.99 a pound. And certified Angus tomahawk steaks, $9.99 a pound. Kennedy's Karne is open Sunday through Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, 8 to 8. That's Kennedy's Karne at 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro.
And John, the Bulldogs, we expect to see the ball on the ground a good part of the evening. Yes, they do pass, and I think with some stability at quarterback, we may see more. But there have, over a period of, 7 games, there haven't been a whole lot of passing, like a total of 66 attempts.
Right. You divide that by the 7 games, you can see that that's only about 9 attempts per game. But they are led by, I love this running back's name. He's a senior. He's listed at 5'11", 197, Zeus Paredes. And Zeus has had a great year, his final year here at Calexico. And he has a junior running mate who is just as dangerous, and that's Leo Canchola. And both of them, they actually block for each other, but they also do a lot of counters off of each other. In other words, they'll do a fake to Paredes around the right side, and meanwhile, Canchola will be carrying the ball around the left side. So they have a dual-headed rushing attack, much like we saw at Palo Verde last year, and they're good ones.
Well, it's always good when you can move the ball, and it's going to be up to the Eagles to see if they can stop a running game, and that's going to be tough. I know they've had issues in the past with that.
Yes, and we know that these coaches have scouted each other well into the season, so they know the tendencies. They know what's going to happen. We don't expect to see anything different. Also, we need to mention that Calexico has an excellent kicker and punter, and that's Luis Martinez. He does a great job on kickoffs, has a big leg. He's a senior, and as a punter, he can kick the ball high as well.
We'll be back.
Want to rock out? If so, you should walk this way to the SHS Orchestra's Rocktober concert on October 15th. Join the rock experience with songs from Led Zeppelin, Nirvana, Queen, and others. Pre-concert activities start at 5:30 and will include face painting, photo booths, coloring, temporary tattoos, along with free snacks that match the theme for you to enjoy. The concert will start at 7 p.m. sharp. There will also be a Best Rockstar Costume Contest, so make sure you join the crazy train and dress up.
Kennedy's Taco Shop in the Ocotillo Plaza in El Centro, home of the 2 for $10 burritos and tortas, 99-cent fish tacos every day. You can enjoy with an ice-cold beer. And don't forget Kennedy's award-winning carne asada. They also have thrifty ice cream. Kennedy's Taco Shop is open Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 7, Saturdays 11 to 6. That's Kennedy's Taco Shop, 1560 Ocotillo Drive in the Ocotillo Plaza in El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. PO Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, housing program, career services support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, Kxo El Centro.
We are set to get underway in a couple of minutes here. The Imperial Valley League matchup, Calexico and Southwest. We will be updating scores throughout the evening. Right now, the Padres lead the Dodgers 1-0. That's in the top of the third inning. So the Padres playing at home. That National League Division Series tied at 1 game each. So the Padres with the lead there, and we'll try to keep you up to date on what's happening. We did mention, John, there are 4 games in the Imperial Valley this evening, and the officials Well, tonight we have a 4-man crew, and I think that's indicative of the fact that there are not a lot of officials at the varsity level. So for them to do the 4 games, they're going to have to lighten the crews a little bit.
You mentioned that they only have a 4-man crew tonight. That's a total of 16. And even with the 16-man crews required for tonight's 4 games, they actually have brought in a couple from San Diego, as they have in the past weeks. So it's too bad, but there is a shortage of officials, especially at the varsity level. There are some that are training during Pop Warner and also the freshman JV level. But on the varsity level, you have to reach a certain status as far as being evaluated by the senior official, which I believe in our case is John Seaman, and then he gets input from all of his other officials. So it's just a situation of where we are and a sign of the times. But the 4-man crew tonight are all experienced, led by J.J. Jackson. So we expect that they'll keep the game moving. We'll see a well-called game. Don't expect to see anything out of the ordinary from the officials, nor from either side.
Okay, the officials and the captains are meeting at the 50-yard line, and let's see what we're going to have. First off, let's go over the rules.
Getting all the introductions and the pleasantries out of the way, then the coins getting ready to be tossed.
And we'll be back and update what's going on after this.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and flavor lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Craving Mexican food? La Fonda Bar Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. You're never disappointed on the service you get, the smiling faces who serve you, and the food that's delivered to your table. They make you feel at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily, from chile rellenos to enchiladas. Everything is handmade. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street, El Centro.
Well, we will be having our kickoff coming up shortly. I believe that's J.J. Jackson, who is wearing the white hat this evening.
Yes.
And it's a slimmer J.J. than we've seen in previous years.
Could be the distance. We're pretty high up here at this brand new facility here at
Hey,
Mexico.
I'm being nice to J.J. The Bulldogs will receive the kickoff. They will be going left to right across your dial. Marco Esquer should be deep to receive. Typically, I believe it'll be...
yeah, they have 2 guys back there.
Two
Marco
guys.
Esquer is one.
They're not the same ones that we had seen. It is Andrew Rivera. And
yeah, Marcos Esquer, Carroll, that's the name that's well documented here in the border city, both at Vincent and here. Here's the kickoff.
We're underway, and the kick will sail into the end zone. It's a touchback. Calexico will put the ball in play 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. And, John, the Bulldogs will come out. And we will see across the front Jesse Hernandez, Cosmar Alvarado, Jared Ramos, Mario Arredondo, Nicolas Leon, Gail Monzon, Marco Esquer, and at quarterback, it'll be Julian Silva.
Yeah, it's the same quarterback that started last week. He is number 24, kind of a strange number for quarterback. He was a running back up until a week and a half ago. So now he started last week against Centro, starting again tonight.
From the shotgun. And going right up the middle is Zeus Fratis, and he'll lose about a yard.
Excellent play by the defensive end for the Southwest Eagles. Marcus Areola that was a counter, and there was a whole lot of room, except Areola filled the hole and brought him down for no gain. So could have been a big play to start, but excellent read by Areola to keep that at a no gain.
No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, the shotgun. Conchola goes in motion. The ball's on the ground, and let's see who's got it. It looks like it'll be Bulldogs retain possession, but they'll lose 3 yards on the exchange. It'll be 3rd and 13, spotted on the 17-yard line.
We saw this last week, Carroll, at Centro, where you have a halfback who's not used to quarterback, and you do those read options. You're supposed to give the ball to the halfback, but keep firm enough grip that if you need to pull it out, you can. And that time it was just both kind of playing tug of war, and the ball hit the ground. Fortunately for the Bulldogs, they did recover.
Silva, again, shotgun. Triple wide on the right side, drops back to pass, has plenty of time, lofts it downfield, and it's intercepted. The pass picked off, and William Lillian, I believe, is the one who picked that off, intended for Benjamin Rodriguez, and went into double coverage and intercepted. So the Eagles, something they didn't do last week, get a turnover.
Yeah, great way to start the game for Southwest. First, put the team that you're playing back as 3rd and 13 when they can't throw the ball, and then they threw the ball into the wind and hung up and gave Lillian a chance to get the interception.
And it is Youngers from the shotgun. Youngers drops back, looks, chase out of the pocket. He's hit, the ball's loose, and the Bulldogs pick it up and then drop it. And I think the Eagles fell on it the second time.
Yeah, they're giving
it's Calexico's ball.
So both teams had it and fumbled it twice, but it was recovered by the Bulldogs, number 52.
Gurolo Diego.
So that's an unfortunate turn of events for the Eagles.
Youngers coughed it up. The Bulldogs picked it up and started to run with it, but dropped it. And the Bulldogs pounced on it the second time. They have it 1st and 10 on the Eagles' 45-yard line. Handoff on the sweep, going wide to the right side, breaking 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and pushing on is Pradas down to the 25-yard line, a 20-yard pickup.
That was a well-designed play by the Bulldogs. They run that. It's almost like a jet sweep where he turned the corner, and then once he made contact with the defense, he just plowed ahead another 10 yards.
Silva. Hands off, and again it is Pradas. Pradas goes off left tackle and bulls his way down to about the 22-yard line. Nice run.
You see when Pradas gets a hold of the football, Carroll, he's able to really get a quick first step. He just blasts off of the initial handoff. And he picked up 3 yards there, bringing up 2nd and 7 now. Haven't seen Conchola with the carry yet. Let's see if they fake a give to Pradas now and give it to Conchola.
And on the sweep to the left side, it is Conchola. Leo Conchola inside the 10. Just inside the 10, so we'll have to call it the 9-yard line. Up, spot it right on the 11.
That'll bring up 1st and 10, so they can get a first down without putting the ball in the end zone. And now we're seeing for the first time, Carroll, the sophomore quarterback, Sean Torres, is in the game for the Bulldogs.
Torres wants the play called again. Single setback.
That's Pradas.
Fake it to him. That little shovel pass in the middle, and it is a touchdown. And a tackle by the face mask. So Controlla takes it in from 11 yards, and there'll be a 15-yarder tacked onto it. Convenient handle, just reach up, grab the face mask, and pull him down, but he was already in the end zone.
Yeah, so we see the sophomore come in, first varsity snap, and fake the pitch to Pradas, and then just a little shovel pass. So if the ball falls incomplete, it's not a fumble. And Controlla, all by himself with the football, was able to not get contact until the goal line powered in. And then we had the face mask, which probably will be assessed on the kickoff.
And that's what it will be. Personal foul against Southwest. We'll do it on the kickoff. We'll have the point after attempt. Luis Martinez out of the hold of Silva. Okay, JJ, let's play.
So after a good beginning by the Eagles, holding on 3 downs and a punt, looking good at midfield, and then they had the fumble, turned it back over. Calexico marched it down.
And now the Eagles jump off sides.
So let's see if Calexico decides to go for 2, Carroll, because they'll be 1 yard away. And with the runners they have, you would think that they'd be confident enough to pick up 1 yard, but they're just going to have their holder, who is that spare quarterback, Julian Silva. So he just moves up a yard.
Step back, kick is blocked.
It's dead. They can do all they want, but it's dead as he gets tackled.
So it is, don't have any idea what the time is, Sean. We don't have a scoreboard tonight, but I can tell you right now it's Calexico 7 and Southwest nothing.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with Z-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuff pizza, or feed the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs. Yes, McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Wake up with Kxo Café, open daily at 7 a.m., serving your favorite breakfast from omelets, pancakes, eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. from sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
And high school football, we're live on AM 1230 KXO, and the magic word, the scoreboard is back. Let's see if it'll be functioning.
Yeah, they had some trouble, but they've got the bugs sorted out. And Carroll now kicking off from the 45 of the Eagles are the Bulldogs, so they can kick it in the end zone, or they might do a little pooch kick.
There's a pretty stiff breeze, so let's see. It is a deep kick, and it will sail into the end zone. Touchback. The Eagles will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Didn't have a chance to mention it, but I'm Carroll. He's John. Gabe is our producer-engineer. Technical support provided by Kurt as we bring you the action. It is Imperial 7, Brawley nothing. That's a first quarter score. So the Tigers have jumped ahead of the Wildcats, John.
Yeah, I don't think that many people are surprised, because if we remember back this season, Valley Center beat the Wildcats, and then the next week, Imperial beat Valley Center. Now, that always translates that that's the way it's going to end up, but it definitely gave Imperial confidence that if they beat a team that beat Brawley, they should be able to play. And right now we've got some kind of communication problem with the coaches on the sidelines, on the officials. Don't know if the headsets for the Southwest aren't working, so Calexico is not supposed to use theirs. We see Sal, the official, looking up here. I
think it has to do with the scoreboard, John. It's all about the scoreboard.
It looks like they've got the time.
8:43 is what it shows. 6-0. Calexico leads. Southwest will put it in play.
This will be their second play here at the start of the first quarter.
Logan Youngers hands off to Matai Cervantes. Cervantes will pick up about 2 yards. Give him a yard. It is 2nd and 9.
We've seen that play, Carroll, where they give it to Cervantes and he tries to turn in, sweep in. Calexico does have good team speed at the linebacker position. Now the Bulldogs are spread out with this spread formation of the Eagles.
Youngers drops back, chased out of the pocket, turns it upfield, and is caught from behind, but not until he gets a first down.
First down of the evening. Excellent play by Youngers. Great read as he was able to pick up the 10 yards.
Pedro Rioseco came up from behind and brought him down. It is 1st and 10 Eagles on their own 31-yard line. Youngers has Cervantes right next to him. Spread formation. Floods the near side of the field and completes the pass. The pass completed to Josiah Estrada. Estrada at the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1.
9-yard pickup by Estrada. Second attempt by the Eagles.
Flood the one zone and complete the pass, which is what they did from the pistol. Handoff is good for the first down, cuts across the 50, to the 40, to the 30, the 20, and out of bounds is Matai Cervantes. Cervantes took advantage of a big hole on the right side and took it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
25-yard pickup for Cervantes and the Eagles as Southwest is moving.
That, I would venture to say, John, is the longest running play we've seen the Eagles put in
correct.
this year.
We're still having trouble with the scoreboard as they're trying to get it started, and there's something wrong with the connectors. So it's not, the clock again is frozen. So we'll just have to go with the time on the field, and they'll let us know.
Younger sumps it off, and it is complete out in the flat, and it is complete to Andres Lopez. Gets it inside the 10, mark it on the 9. It's a pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Timeout on the field. We will take timeout. The score, Calexico 6 and Southwest nothing.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Kennedy's Taco Shop in the Ocotillo Plaza in El Centro, home of the 2 for $10 burritos and tortas, 99-cent fish tacos every day. You can enjoy with an ice-cold beer. And don't forget Kennedy's award-winning carne asada. They also have thrifty ice cream. Kennedy's Taco Shop is open Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 7, Saturdays 11 to 6. That's Kennedy's Taco Shop, 1560 Ocotillo Drive in the Ocotillo Plaza in El Centro.
2nd and 4, Eagles from the 9-yard line. Wide right, wide left. Single setback. And chased out of the pocket again is Youngers. He dumps it off. Incomplete. Lots of pressure on Youngers.
First incompleted pass, Carroll, here in the early going, as the Bulldogs that time actually rushed 5 players. The middle linebacker came in, and Youngers did well to get rid of the football. He was going to get sacked back around the 20 for a big loss. Now, if they don't pick up a first down with the wind behind their back, they certainly can attempt a field goal if they so choose, cut the lead in half.
And I just saw a flag get tossed out there, John.
And they're moving the football against the Bulldogs, so let's see if it's enough for a first down.
It is enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line.
since the flag came in so late, we have to assume somebody said something they shouldn't have, but that does give the Eagles their third first down here in the early going. And it was a 5-yard penalty, so the ball is spotted first and goal from the 4. And now they've moved it back to the 10, so I'm not sure what we're doing. And now they moved it back to the 4. So I guess JJ wanted to check the football to see what was written on it. So he's satisfied that it's the proper ball with the proper inflation.
No, it's a Tom Brady ball. It's about 1.5 pounds light.
So this will give Southwest first and goal, a chance to tie the game. And with a successful PAT, with the wind at their back, they can take the lead.
Okay. When everybody is ready, we will put the ball in play first and goal. They show second and goal, but I believe it is first.
Yeah, it's got to be first down.
Yes, now it's correct. First and goal from the 4, the Eagles threatening. Everybody's in tight. About 5 yards behind the quarterback is Cervantes. He gets the football, and he is swarmed on, and he'll be dropped for about a 3-yard loss.
We mentioned before the game that these teams obviously have scouted each other through the 7-week season, and pretty much that's what Southwest does when they get in the running situation. They stack everybody inside, give the ball to Cervantes, and Calexico knew that, so they just had more players on that side than Southwest had to block.
Second and goal from the 7. Estrada goes in motion and looking into the end zone and completing the pass. Youngers completes it. And on the catch, Julian Lopez.
Lopez's first reception on the evening.
We're tied with a point after attempt coming up. And let's see who our kicker du jour is today. Okay. Today it's Aiden Salazar.
Right. He has been their kicker throughout the year except for last week.
Snap is high. It's brought down. The kick is straight and through. So with somewhere in the neighborhood of 5:28 to play in the first quarter, it is Southwest 7 and Calexico 6.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, housing program, career services support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence. Kennedy's Karne at 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro, with 7 types of marinated chicken to choose from, an award-winning carne asada. Check out these specials: certified Angus beef brisket, just $3.99 a pound, and certified Angus tomahawk steaks, $9.99 a pound. Kennedy's Karne is open Sunday through Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., Thursday through Saturday, 8 to 8. That's Kennedy's Karne at 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro.
And the Eagles went 80 yards on 5 plays, 3 of 3 passing for Youngers. And the kickoff will sail and be muffed at about the 3-yard line, picking it up, looking for some place to go, getting a block across the 20, out to the 30, cuts across the middle at the 40, to the 50, the 40, and then bulldog down as making something out of nothing in a hurry. The Bulldogs, that was Frankie Loera Rodriguez, a junior wide receiver.
Rodriguez, Carroll, was about an inch from touching the goal line, which would have been an automatic touchback, because he bobbled the football, then reached down and picked it up, and his foot was just an inch or so from the white chalk mark. J.J. Jackson was right there to watch it, and he marked the ball in play.
And it'll be Bulldogs first and 10.
As we had a Southwest player on Calexico's bench, I'm not sure what that was all about.
Well, in the Valley, everybody's related, John.
And that is Richard Rodillas, who is definitely an important middle linebacker for the Eagles.
Torres, the quarterback. Torres hands off to Pradas, and Pradas is grabbed immediately, spun down, and he'll lose 2 yards. And I believe the first one in there was Richard Rodillas. Second and 12.
So maybe he was on the sidelines getting the play called in, Carroll, because he's the one that ran out from the Calexico sidelines. But Calexico has been very effective when they have done sweeps and they've done counters. When they just direct handoff, they've had trouble moving the football.
Second and 12. And the handoff is Pradas. Pradas sweeps to the left side, pushes off a couple of would-be tacklers, and then is knocked down at about the 32, 33-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. They will mark it on the 33. It'll be third down and about 7.
6-yard pickup for Pradas, as was able to get back the 2 yards he lost before, plus 4 more. But you can see, Carroll, every time they attack the flanks or the outside, Calexico appears to have more success.
Torres has Pradas right next to him. Duddy hands off to Conchola on the sweep. Conchola across the 30, the 20, the 15, down to about the 12-yard line before he is tackled. The sweep with Pradas leading, very effective. The tackle, Richard Rodillas,
coming all the way from the inside linebacker spot. Rodillas trailing the play, was able to save the touchdown. Let's see if Calexico tries to test the middle between the tackles again, or if they continue to try to attack the flanks.
Pradas single setback. Sean Torres, the quarterback, hands off to Pradas. Pradas goes in, tries to cut it in inside the tackle, and is hit and dropped. And on that tackle for the Eagles, one of the big down linemen, Anthony Molina.
Molina is one that was not starting back at the beginning of the year and has worked his way into the starting lineup, making plays like that. That's the reason why he's starting, is we have, I don't know if it's the end of the quarter or if it's a timeout.
Not the end of the quarter. It's a timeout with a player down. This what appears to be a cramp. We'll take a timeout. 2:53 to play in the first quarter. It is Southwest 7 and Calexico 6.
Want to rock out? If so, you should walk this way to the SHS Orchestra's Rocktober concert on October 15th. Join the rock experience with songs from Led Zeppelin, Nirvana, Queen, and others. Pre-concert activities start at 5:30 and will include face painting, photo booths, coloring, temporary tattoos, along with free snacks that match the theme for you to enjoy. The concert will start at 7 p.m. sharp. There will also be a Best Rockstar Costume Contest, so make sure you join the crazy train and dress up.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with Z-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza. Or see the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs. Yes, McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and 9. The ball on the 11-yard line. They are threatening.
And Sean Torres is back, not under center, but back in the shotgun to receive the snap.
Pradas, the single setback. Conchola on a wing. And it is a fake to Pradas, and Torres will keep it. And it looks like he may have the first down, John.
Yeah, very, very close. Let's see, as that was a play that fooled everybody, as they put it just short, 3rd and inches, as Calexico is hurrying up to try to get the playoff, and now we've got to stop in action. And JJ has called it a first down. That's the motion he gave, but the chain says 3rd down, so we'll call it 3rd and short.
It is. He was waiting for the ball to be spotted, John. And pushing ahead into the end zone, touchdown, Sean Torres. Bulldogs take it in. Torres carries it himself.
Now let's see if the Bulldogs try to go for two to get back the missed extra point that was blocked in their previous touchdown.
Right now we sit at 12-7. Calexico with the lead. They will try the point after. Shuffling some personnel around. There was an equipment issue with one of the Bulldogs. They will line up for a 2-point conversion.
And Torres remains a quarterback.
Pradas in the backfield. Pradas will sweep to the left and take it in. So the 2-point conversion, it is now Calexico 14 and Southwest 7.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. PO box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Okay, John, first quarter, we've already got 21 points on the board. It's been, back and forth.
A very entertaining game, and we certainly have seen Calexico move the ball, especially when they run to the outside. We've also seen Southwest move the football through the passing. Younger's having a big evening here in the first quarter at the start, 3 for 4 with a touchdown. So I'm sure Southwest is feeling confident, only down by a score.
And kicking off again.
Well, we did have a penalty, so they're going to move the ball forward. Let's see how far this one's going to go. Looks like another 15
another
yards.
15-yarder.
So I think what we had was Pradas was in the end zone. He kind of took a hit. It was a light hit, but it was well after he'd entered the end zone. So the ref threw the flag and let the offending player know, look, once you cross the goal line, that's it. No need to tackle anybody, hit anybody, put anybody on the ground.
Martinez will kick off into a stiff wind with the 15-yard advantage after the penalty. He has been able to put it into the end zone. And he will do the same. For that matter, he put it out the other side of the end zone. You're listening to high school football. We're live on Kxo El Centro, California, AM 1230. And on our Kxo YouTube channel, updating some scores. The only update we have, Palo Verde 15, Holtville nothing, second quarter. It's Imperial 7, Brawley nothing. That's first quarter score. We have not had an update on that. And San Diego leads Los Angeles 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Southwest now with their spread, double wideouts each side.
And handoff is
Cervantes.
Who else? And Cervantes, no gain. The Bulldogs with a little bit more team speed, John.
Yes, Southwest has been able to move the ball effectively through the air. So I'm sure we'll see that Southwest will continue to try to run the football, not to be total one-dimensional. But at the same time, they feel confident that they can move the ball when they need to through the air.
2nd and 10. Youngers from the shotgun, backs to pass, dumps it off. It is complete in the middle. And on the catch.
That's Cole Redden getting his first reception of the evening. Nice 9-yard pickup, giving the Eagles a very makeable 3rd and 1. And it's what Calexico is doing, Carroll, is they blitz their 2 middle linebackers, and so all Redden does is go 5 yards downfield and just stand there and wait for the ball. There's nobody near him.
3rd and a short yard. Rolling to his right, looking downfield, got a man wide open in the clear across the 50, the 40, the 30, spins out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Aiden Salazar.
That's our kicker. He gets some action out with the first team out there as a receiver. And Salazar, great play by the Eagles in that the design totally fooled the Bulldogs, as it looked like it was going to be a rollout, perhaps a pitch to the trailing Cervantes. Meanwhile, Salazar was all by himself, but once he caught it, it was a foot race, and they finally brought down on the 25-yard line after a huge gain.
So it is 1st and 10. Eagles from the Bulldog 25-yard line. Redden in motion, looking for him in the flat. Chase out of the pocket. Youngers is sacked. So Youngers gets caught by Diego Gorola, and it'll be a loss of 10.
Huge loss on that sack. So now Southwest from their side of the field, Carroll, they're thinking, okay, we got 10 more yards of space now to work the football, as they're all standing up, looking at the sidelines, getting the play called in, and perhaps we're going to get a timeout.
That's the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1 quarter of football, from Ward Field, home of the Bulldogs lead 14-7 over the Southwest Eagles.
Craving Mexican food? La Fonda Bar Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. You're never disappointed on the service you get, the smiling faces who serve you, and the food that's delivered to your table. They make you feel at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily, from chile rellenos to enchiladas. Everything is handmade. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street, South Centro.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with Z-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza. Or see the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs. Yes, McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
A rather entertaining first quarter, John.
Yeah, a lot of fireworks from both sides. Calexico on the ground. And then you've got Youngers through the air. Setting up now, it's 2nd and 20 from the 35 of the Bulldogs.
From the shotgun, Cervantes now floods the left side. 4 wide on the left side. Dumps it off, and it is incomplete. And somebody's asking for pass interference. He was blocking. It was at the line of scrimmage, and he wasn't a receiver. He was a blocker on a flanker screen.
And you're not supposed to block until the receiver catches the football, so that could have gone actually against the young man that was pleading for a pass interference. Called a pick play, but unfortunately for the Eagles, the pass was well off target, so now you've got 3rd and 20.
Trips on the left side. Now they put a man in motion, looking to the left side. Chase out of the pocket again. Youngers is hit and dropped again. Youngers chased out of the pocket and dropped. And on that, Troy Marine.
That's an 8-yard. Excuse me, Carroll. That's an 8-yard sack. So after moving the football briskly down the field to the 25-yard line, they end up with 2 sacks, totaling 18 yards. And now it's 4th and very long, and into kick for the Eagles is Anthony Molina. We saw him last week. Remember, he wanted to run last week.
4th and 28. The ball is on the Bulldog 43. Yes, it is a punting situation. Molina with a long count. Snap back, good snap. Nice kick. It'll bounce at about the 20 and be downed at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 17-yard line.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, Kxo El Centro.
Okay, John, Bulldogs with the football again. Spotted on the 16.
We'll expect to see Plades and Conchola probably again attacking outside the tackles.
And it is handoff in the middle and pickup of about 2 yards on the carry. And yes, it is Pratis. Zeus Pratis.
Yeah, he plays like Zeus on this team. He gets all the tough yards. And so far tonight, Conchola's gotten all the glory getting those runs. Do need to mention that Sean Torres is remaining at quarterback, so perhaps the coaching staff of the Bulldogs, led by Fernando Solano, determined that he will be the quarterback to go for the rest of this game.
Conchola goes in motion, pitch back to Conchola. Conchola looking for some running room. There ain't nothing there. He'll be dropped at about the 11-yard line, and there's a flag on the play. I think it's...
if this goes against the Bulldogs, then...
Yep. Cisneros caught up with him.
Perhaps Coach John Haynes will want to go ahead and just refuse the penalty because the ball right now is sitting on the 11-yard line. And
holding against the Bulldogs, declined. Spot the ball on the 11.
Loss of 7 on that as the pitch and the whole play was a little bit slow developing.
3rd and 16.
And Frank Eloy Rodriguez bringing in the play from the sidelines.
Calexico leads the Eagles 14-7. 9:50 to play in the first half.
And we're going to have a timeout by the Bulldogs.
We'll take a timeout as well. 14-7, Calexico leads Southwest.
Bo and his team of employees at Dan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Dan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Dan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in California, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
The Bulldogs have the ball. It is 3rd and 16. It is on their own 11-yard line.
Let's see if they try that little shovel pass again, Carroll, that got them their first touchdown. You don't want to do anything too risky down here.
Was that the only pass they've tried, John?
Yes, they're 1 for 1.
Back to pass, looking, dumps it off, and it is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And that intended receiver, by the way, was Nicholas Leon,
the play,
an offensive lineman.
The play was there. It was where you had your outside tackle was actually tackle eligible, so he blocked and then released. And the problem for the Bulldogs was Torres was under so much pressure, he didn't have a chance to set and to let the ball go, and he just wasn't able to get it there for the completion, so it's 4th down. Punting now will be Luis Martinez, kicking from his own end zone, but with the wind at his back, I'm sure that he feels like he's going to get a much better effort than he had, as we still have a discussion by the officials, and now there's a flag. So have no idea what this is all about, but I'm sure we'll find out.
Tell us. Ineligible downfield. And that's
I would assume that they'll go ahead and if it's illegal touch, then you will move it back, and it will be loss of down as well, so it will not be a repeat of third down. So that's what the discussion is now. Southwest will take the penalty, and that will put the ball now on the 6-yard line. A lot of unusual things going on down the football field tonight. Is this Halloween?
Well, not sure whether the offensive lineman reported as an eligible receiver, which you must do. Martinez from his own end zone. Snap back, high snap, brings it down, gets away high, kick. It'll bounce at about the 35, roll down to the 45, across the midfield stripe. It'll be down right there on the 49-yard line in Eagle territory. And Southwest will put it in play, 1st and 10. A little bit of aid by the wind there, John. That one went awful high, then got a nice bounce.
Fortunately for the Bulldogs, that nice hop added about 15 extra yards, but when you total all that up, that was a nice 44-yard punt, which in high school you usually don't see 40-yard punts. Southwest now, though, right at midfield, looking to see if they can add with double wideouts on either side.
Youngers puts Lopez in motion, looks to that side, nothing there, chased out of the pocket. This time he's got some room. He's across the 40 and finally dropped at about the 34-yard line. Youngers showing a little bit of speed.
Second time Youngers has tucked the ball and run, and both times have been the biggest plays here in this first half, apart from the one big run by Cervantes. So
Jose Lara on the tackle. 1st and 10, Eagles from the pistol. Fake it to Cervantes, rolling to his left, turning it upfield again, and picking up some nice yardage before he is pushed out of bounds. And they'll spot the ball on the 28-yard line.
That'll be a pickup of 5, bringing up 2nd and 5. As Youngers now has gone into the positive rushing category after being sacked for negative 18 yards and 2 sacks.
We have not seen him run a whole lot. Tonight, he doesn't have a lot of choice. They're closing in on him.
And he has shown excellent speed in outrunning the defenders of the Bulldogs.
Now they spread the formation. Cervantes single setback. Dumping it off, and it's incomplete. A screen intended for Cervantes goes incomplete. On the screen, the offensive linemen are at least supposed to bump the defensive players that are moving in, and nobody did.
Yeah, that play was broken up right from the get-go.
3rd and 5. Everybody in tight this time.
Let's see if Youngers keeps it himself.
Hands off Cervantes. Cervantes hit behind the line and dropped. He'll lose a couple of yards.
The Bulldogs have certainly shown the coaching staff of the Eagles that they have Cervantes scouted, and they're reading tendencies. Another tackle for loss on Cervantes, as he's had some rough sledding tonight. Brings up 4th and about 9.
Too close to punt, too far for a field goal. Plus, you're going into a very stiff wind coming straight out of the south.
And you would expect that coaching staff of the Eagles very comfortable putting the play in the hands of Youngers, as he's made some very good decisions, both throwing and running tonight.
Back to pass, rolling, chased out of the pocket again, turns it upfield, and he'll be dropped for a loss of about 3.
Yeah, that's another have to go down as a sack since he is the quarterback.
So the Eagles turn it over on downs. Bulldogs will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line.
And the difference in that play from the other time Junglers was scrambling is that time the stand-up defensive end or linebacker for the Bulldogs didn't chase or pinch in. He stayed outside and therefore was able to not have Youngers outrun him. A lot of offensive fireworks. Carroll now settled down to pretty much of a slugfest with both teams not really moving the ball.
On the sweep, it is Controlla. No, it isn't Controlla. My apologies. On the carry, it was Frankie Loera Rodriguez.
He was able to push the ball 7 yards downfield as Calexico is very adept and successful in running those sweeps. Doesn't matter who's carrying the football. We've seen Conchola before, but that time, Loera Rodriguez, excellent job.
And the handoff to Pradas. Pradas gets a block, turns it upfield, turns on the Jets, and will carry it down to about the 19-yard line. And on the tackle was Cervantes, Matai Cervantes.
39-yard pickup by Pradas, and you see why they continue to give him the football. That time it was another sweep, but he cut it back, and you saw that excellent acceleration that he has.
Torres gets the play from the sideline. Calexico leads 14-7. They are threatening again. They have it 1st and 10 on the Eagle 19-yard line. Pradas, the single setback. And the ball is missed on the exchange from the shotgun. I'm not sure exactly where it went.
Yeah, we have a Bulldog down, Carroll. What happened is on the snap, Cesar Hernandez was in motion, and the ball actually hit him in the thigh. So very alertly, the sophomore quarterback, Sean Torres, pounced on the football because it's obviously live, and the Bulldogs did retain possession, although it is a loss of 1 yard. And the Bulldog now that was injured is off the field, and he'll be replaced.
2nd and 11.
And do you give that carry to the quarterback who was nearest to the football or to the young man who the ball hit on his hip? Interesting call.
It's a 5-4-3 double play. Handoff on the sweep. Nice stiff arm, turns it upfield, finds a block across the 10, inside the 5. Picking up some very nice yardage. Andres Castro takes it down to the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Calexico showing they have a deep stable of running backs as that young man broke about 6 tackles, Carroll. Andres Castro, listed as a junior.
It is the quarterback, Torres, in the middle. He'll pick up maybe a yard, maybe.
Yeah, they haven't moved the yardage marker, so we're going to give him no gain on that, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and goal from the 3.
Pradas does come back in the game after Castro took the ball down there. He comes out. Pradas comes in.
You can't do that. He went off the back of the end zone. That is a penalty.
Yeah, and the flag has been thrown as Pradas is brought down right at the 1 yard line, but this will be a do-over. It'll be 2nd again after they move the ball about a yard forward.
The substitute came in. The player that was being substituted for just trotted out the back end of the end zone, and you cannot do that.
You have to get over to your sidelines, and so the official's right there, obviously. That'll move the ball half the distance to the goal, which is about a yard or so, as Coach Hines obviously knows the situation.
And that is Cervantes is the player that was replaced, and he is limping rather badly on the sideline.
Hopefully just got like a little Charlie horse or something. So they have moved the ball now. It will be second down now from the 1.
Second and goal from the 1. And direct snap deep to the quarterback, Torres. And he carries it into the end zone. Torres with the score.
Yeah, Torres is telling all his buddies on the side. He says, hey, this varsity stuff is simple. He's out here for about 14 minutes of game time. He's already scored 2 touchdowns.
We'll have the point after attempt. Okay, if Cervantes is unable to go right away, Cervantes will probably come in.
That'll be his younger brother, but on the defensive end is where Cervantes really shows up. He's their best defensive linebacker.
Snap back, kick is up. Martinez puts it through. 4:23 to play in the first half. Calexico 21, Southwest Eagles 7.
Kennedy's Taco Shop in the Ocotillo Plaza in El Centro, home of the 2 for $10 burritos and tortas, 99-cent fish tacos every day. You can enjoy with an ice-cold beer. And don't forget Kennedy's award-winning carne asada. They also have thrifty ice cream. Kennedy's Taco Shop is open Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 7, Saturdays 11 to 6. That's Kennedy's Taco Shop, 1560 Ocotillo Drive in the Ocotillo Plaza in El Centro.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, housing program, career services support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
And the Bulldogs will kick off. As we put it out, 4:23 to play in the first half. They lead 21-7. They have kept the ball on the ground. Martinez with a high kick that'll sail into the end zone. Touchback. The Eagles will put it in play. 1st and 10, spotted on their own 20-yard line. Imperial and Brawley, they're tied at 7 at the half. Palo Verde leads Holtville 15-0. And last I saw, it's Vincent 13, Calapat nothing. So now you're up to date. 21-7, the Bulldogs with the lead here.
And Carroll Fernando Cervantes is in the backfield next to Logan Youngers.
Nope, that's Fernie.
Yes, Fernando Cervantes.
Okay. And Youngers again, trapped in the pocket and dropped.
Calexico's doing a much better chance of rushing the quarterback by pinching instead of just flying through open spaces and letting Youngers take off. That time they collapsed the pocket and there's no place for Youngers to go. Couldn't get rid of the football.
Lost 5 yards, 2nd and 15. So Fernando Cervantes is replacing his brother as the running back. He stands right next to Youngers. Salazar goes in motion, and it is Salazar turning it upfield. Salazar picks up about 10 yards.
Yeah, Salazar's making a case to let him be the running back there, as he's been the kicker all year. His 2nd carry tonight, and he pushed the ball all the way out for a 14-yard pickup, bringing up 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, Will spot it on the 29-yard line. Spread formation. Here come the Bulldogs. Pitch it out on the side, and this time it is Matai Cervantes. So Matai back in.
Yeah, he was tackled right at the line of scrimmage, Carroll. So this is going to bring up a big call for Coach John Haynes as it's 4th and 1. And it looks like they're going to go for it, in their own territory.
4th and 1 on their own 29-yard line.
Let's see if it's a hard count, Carroll, trying to get them off, or if they're going to carry out the play.
From the shotgun.
It looks like they're trying to get a hard count. Now they're all standing up, looking to the sidelines.
4th and 1. Youngers. With Cervantes right behind him. He takes the snap, looks downfield, dumps it off downfield, and it's batted away incomplete, intended for Salazar, and broken up by Ishmael Burgess.
Yeah, Salazar is calling for pass interference. The referees both said no, that they were kind of chicken fighting. Both of them are pushing off. But that's going to turn the ball over on the Eagles' own 29-yard line, obviously giving Calexico their best field position to start a drive here on the night.
It'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs on the Eagle 29-yard line.
The clock is showing 1:56, so if that's how much is left, that could be a devastating missed pass.
Torres puts Controla in motion. Play blown dead. Somebody was moving.
So that will aid the Eagles' cause as the ball now is back on the 34, beginning of 1st and 15. Clock obviously does not move. Torres remains the quarterback.
1st and 15.
Paladas is flanked next to the quarterback.
Controla goes in motion, looking the left-handed quarterback, looking nothing, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. He is dropped by Manuel Valenzuela.
So they're going to...
And it's a loss of another 5. It'll be 2nd and 20.
The ball's all the way back to the 39-yard line.
So, okay, it was a passing play, but it was not a passing attempt, John.
No, it looked like he wanted to tuck it and run, but once he looked at what was coming, he decided that he was kind of between a rock and a hard place and just fell down.
2nd and 20. And flags fly. It's a free play. Dumped off. It is complete to Controla.
I believe this is going to go against the Eagles as it looks like they were offside.
Yep.
It is not a first down, so decision time for the Bulldogs. They want to bring up 2nd and 15 or 3rd and looks like about 3 or 4, maybe 2.
We'll take the completed pass.
But now they're moving the Bulldogs back, so I guess they felt that the Eagles jumped offside because somebody in the interior line for the Bulldogs moved.
So now it's 2nd and 25.
Ball all the way back on the 44-yard line. So
if they keep moving this direction, John, we're going to have to get a border pass.
As they are moving south towards their own end zone, after what you would have thought be a very promising short drive, started on your own 29. You're now all the way back on the 44.
2nd and 25 from the 44.
And lost in all that was a very good pass by the sophomore Torres. He put the ball right on the money.
Trips on the left side, the wide side. Torres drops back. The left-hander looks, fires deep downfield, got the man open. It's caught and inside the 10-yard line. Had to wait for it, but he was able to catch it, and that was Marco Esquer for the first down.
Yeah, they marked it on the 8-yard line, so that's a pickup of 36 as we have timeout.
Timeout on the field. Bulldogs take the timeout. 25 seconds to play in the first half. It is Calexico 21 and Southwest 7.
Kennedy's Karne at 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro with 7 types of marinated chicken to choose from. An award-winning carne asada. Check out these specials. Certified Angus beef brisket, just $3.99 a pound. And certified Angus tomahawk steaks, $9.99 a pound. Kennedy's Karne is open Sunday through Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, 8 to 8. That's Kennedy's Karne at 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. PO box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
First and goal from the Eagle 8-yard line. The Bulldogs threatening. 25 seconds to play in the first half. Controller goes in motion, and it is Torres. Will dump it off, incomplete.
Yeah, he threw a little shovel pass right over the center into the end zone. Unfortunately, the receiver had fallen down. It would have been an easy touchdown.
Benjamin Rodriguez, the intended receiver.
Took 5 seconds off the clock. That's what Calexico has to determine. If they want to run here, it's going to chew up more of the clock with only 20 seconds left. If you throw an incompleted pass, the clock stops. If you complete it for a touchdown, then you don't worry about it. And it looks like Martinez is getting ready for a potential field goal attempt.
Or an extra point attempt.
As now Southwest is going to take a timeout.
Southwest takes a timeout, 20 seconds to play in the first half. Calexico 21, Southwest 7.
Craving Mexican food? La Fonda Bar Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. You're never disappointed on the service you get, the smiling faces who serve you, and the food that's delivered to your table. They make you feel at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily, from chile rellenos to enchiladas. Everything is handmade. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street, El Centro.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
You're listening to high school football on AM 1230 Kxo El Centro and on the World Wide Web at kxoradio.com.
Second and goal from the 8-yard line, 20 seconds to play in the first half. Torres puts controller in motion, runs to his right, dumps it off, almost intercepted, missed the receiver, Hernandez, and it was almost picked off by the Eagles in the end zone. That took 6 seconds.
If Calexico has a timeout, Carroll, they can run it here, and if they don't put it in the end zone, they can take that timeout to determine if they want to either go for it or kick a field goal. But I'm not sure if they have a timeout left or not. We've had some stoppages. It could have been because of the scoreboard. One was maybe an injury. So I'm just not sure how many timeouts Calexico has taken in this half.
Torres, third and goal from the 8.
Triple wideouts to the right side. First time the Bulldogs have shown that.
Torres fires into the end zone and in and out of the hands of Hernandez, the intended receiver. It was right there.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Bulldogs, Torres couldn't have done anything more other than walked out there and handed it to him. It was just wide open, and the ball hit him right in the shoulder pad. And Ricochet almost was intercepted. Now we do see Martinez coming out for a field goal attempt. It'll be a short one, not much more than a PAT of about 25 yards.
Well within his range.
Especially with the wind to his back, but they have had some trouble with the snaps.
Silva, the holder, snap back, puts the ball down, and it's blocked. That ball is live and tackled
That was Fernando Cervantes on the block. He came through and blocked it and picked it up and then was brought down on the 30-yard line.
So the Eagles will put the ball in play. They'll have a first down, and the ball will be spotted on the 28-yard line. First and 10.
Let's see if they take a knee here, Carroll, or if they just go ahead and throw the ball down the field, see what they can get.
Throw it downfield. You're trailing by 14. Remember, we gambled on a 4th and 1 on our own 29-yard line.
And Southwest will receive the second half kick when we get there.
Youngers from the pistol. Hands off. It is Cervantes. He's got a big hole, but then that's because everybody was playing well back off the ball. Give Cervantes a 16-yard gain, and that's it. No time left. We're through the first half, unless there's a flag.
I do not see a flag, but I do see now the officials are saying
that's it.
End of the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter of play. And the score, Calexico Bulldogs 21, the Southwest Eagles 7.
Wake up with Kxo Café. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Kennedy's Taco Shop in the Ocotillo Plaza in El Centro, home of the 2 for $10 burritos and tortas, 99-cent fish tacos every day. You can enjoy with an ice-cold beer. And don't forget Kennedy's award-winning carne asada. They also have thrifty ice cream. Kennedy's Taco Shop is open Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 7, Saturdays 11 to 6. That's Kennedy's Taco Shop, 1560 Ocotillo Drive in the Ocotillo Plaza in El Centro.
Want to rock out? If so, you should walk this way to the SHS Orchestra's Rocktober concert on October 15th. Join the rock experience with songs from Led Zeppelin, Nirvana, Queen, and others. Pre-concert activities start at 5:30 and will include face paintings, photo booths, coloring, temporary tattoos, along with free snacks that match the theme for you to enjoy. The concert will start at 7 p.m. sharp. There will also be a Best Rockstar Costume Contest, so make sure you join the crazy train and dress up.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in California, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And it is high school football. We are live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California. We're at the half. It is homecoming for the Bulldogs, so we're anticipating a bit of an extended half. The scoring for the Eagles tonight, relatively easy for me to recap because they scored once. And it was an impressive 80-yard drive, 8 plays, 5 of those plays on the ground. And the touchdown, well, that was a pass, a 7-yard pass that was completed. The point after attempt was good. At that point, the score was Southwest 7, Calexico 6. From that point on, it was pretty much domination by the Bulldogs. John Driffill will have some numbers that will show that domination.
Kennedy's Karne at 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro with 7 types of marinated chicken to choose from. An award-winning carne asada. Check out these specials. Certified Angus beef brisket, just $3.99 a pound. And certified Angus tomahawk steaks, $9.99 a pound. Kennedy's Karne is open Sunday through Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, 8 to 8. That's Kennedy's Karne at 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro.
Wake up with Kxo Café. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Well, updating some of the scores around the valley, Vincent leads Calapat 26-0. Elsewhere, we see it is Imperial and Brawley tied at 7. That was a halftime score. Palo Verde, the Yellow Jackets, shutting out Hopeville 15-0 at the half. And we mentioned... that's pretty much it. Our score here is 21-7, and that is the Bulldogs with a homecoming lead over the Southwest Eagles. John, have you got some numbers?
Yes, the scoreboard shows the most important numbers. Calexico leading here at halftime of their own homecoming on the border city, 21-7. Calexico ran the ball 19 times from scrimmage for 121 total yards, so that's about 7.5 yards per rushing attempt. 2 for 7 was the young sophomore quarterback for 47 yards, but he did have 1 touchdown pass. That was a little shovel pass, and he also ran for 1. That gives Calexico a nice-looking first-half total of 168 total yards. They did get 5 first downs, which you would think it was more, but they did score on a couple long plays and also short drives. They did have a fumble and an interception, so they did end up with 2 turnovers. And the interception, the Eagles were able to corral the football, was William Lillian. We'll be back with more after this.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here at Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. PO box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
Kennedy's Karne at 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro with 7 types of marinated chicken to choose from. An award-winning carne asada. Check out these specials. Certified Angus beef brisket, just $3.99 a pound. And certified Angus tomahawk steaks, $9.99 a pound. Kennedy's Karne is open Sunday through Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, 8 to 8. That's Kennedy's Karne at 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with Z-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza. Or see the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs. Yes, McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Simply at Home, now at 607 West Main Street in El Centro. The largest vintage and antique selection in the valley. Over 3,000 square feet of collectibles and antiques. With a wide selection of vendors, you never know what you're going to find at Simply at Home. Come check out the other great businesses inside Simply at Home's new locations, such as Lolo's Essentials, Wicked Ink Tattoo, All Valley Estates, and Odds and Ends. That's Simply at Home, open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5:30, and Saturdays, 10 to 3, at 607 West Main Street in El Centro.
Welcome back to the border city of Calexico. We're at the half. Calexico is celebrating their homecoming with a 21-7 lead. And I do need to make one correction. Calexico did not have a fumble in the first half. They had the one interception. We mentioned they have 168 total yards. Meanwhile, on the other side of the football, Southwest rushed the ball 15 times from scrimmage for 56 total yards, which is actually much better than that. Youngers was sacked 4 times for over 30 yards lost. So the rushing was getting close to a 100-yard mark. And one of those was a big run by Enrique Cervantes, better known as Matai. But we have 15 rushes, 56 total yards, so that's about 3.5 yards per attempt. And you also have Youngers being 5 for 9 for 77 yards, giving Southwest a respectable 133 total yards compared to the Bulldogs' 168. 5 first downs, equaling the 5 first downs for the Bulldogs. There was one fumble that was recovered by the Bulldogs and no interceptions. So each team also had one turnover. We'll be back to take a look at the individual stats for Southwest after this.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, housing program, career services support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. PO box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
Kennedy's Taco Shop in the Ocotillo Plaza in El Centro, home of the 2 for $10 burritos and tortas, 99-cent fish tacos every day. You can enjoy with an ice-cold beer. And don't forget Kennedy's award-winning carne asada. They also have thrifty ice cream. Kennedy's Taco Shop is open Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 7, Saturdays 11 to 6. That's Kennedy's Taco Shop, 1560 Ocotillo Drive in the Ocotillo Plaza in El Centro.
Wake up with Kxo Café, open daily at 7 a.m., serving your favorite breakfast from omelets, pancakes, eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. from sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
We are in the border of the Calexico city as the Bulldogs are hosting the Eagles for their homecoming, and at the half, the Bulldogs have a 21-7 lead. Before we get into the individual stats, Carroll, just looking at this beautiful facility, for those that have not been down there since it's been renovated, the field has always been nice, but now they have the nice all-weather track surrounding it. Very modern aluminum bleachers on both sides with fencing around it. And I was remembering back, Carroll, they used to have wooden telephone poles for the light standards, and they had them right even with the track about 10 yards off the football field. And they had an old crow's nest in one of those, if you remember. And that's where the opposing football team would have their spotter climb up that. And I can still remember to this day Gino Martin saying that he would never get up there, no matter what the incentive was, no matter what the penalties were. And to this day, he has still not climbed up that ladder. They've always had somebody else that did it.
Well, Coach Martin, you know, is not fond of heights, even to where when he walks out to talk to his pitcher, he makes them come off the mound. You know, that's too high.
So there's just some reminiscing here on the way it used to be and the difference. This is an absolutely beautiful setting now with no need for any crow's nest. This is the best press box, in my opinion, also in the Valley. And let's go ahead and finish up our halftime individual stats. We mentioned that Southwest has run the ball 15 times for 56 yards. That was through 3 ball carriers. First, Enrique Cervantes had 7 carries for 35 yards, but one of those carries was actually for a 43-yard gain, and he was tackled for a couple times for losses. So 7 carries, 35 yards, 5 yards per attempt. Logan Youngers gets credited with 7 carries for 7 yards. We mentioned he was sacked 4 times. So 3 positive carries, 2 of them were big first down runs. And also getting a carry in the first half. First time for our knowledge of this year was the kicker, and that would be Aiden Salazar, who was able to pick up 14 yards on a carry for a big first down. The 5 receptions were spread out among 5 different receivers. Cole Redden had a catch for 9 yards. Also getting a catch for the Eagles was a player that I do not have a number for, so I'm going to assume it was Andres Lopez. And we're going to give that to Andres Lopez. He had a catch for 6 yards.
Yes, it was Lopez.
Also getting a catch was the aforementioned kicker, Aiden Salazar. He had a catch, a big one, for 46 yards. And getting his catch was Jonah Estrada for a 9-yard pickup. And getting the 7-yard touchdown reception was the Eagles' Julian Lopez. We'll be back with more after this.
Kennedy's Karne at 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro with 7 types of marinated chicken to choose from. An award-winning carne asada. Check out these specials. Certified Angus beef brisket, just $3.99 a pound. And certified Angus tomahawk steaks, $9.99 a pound. Kennedy's Karne is open Sunday through Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, 8 to 8. That's Kennedy's Karne at 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro. Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, Housing Program, Career Services Support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with Z-Power from shelf, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza. Or see the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs. Yes, McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Want to rock out? If so, you should walk this way to the SHS Orchestra's Rocktober concert on October 15th. Join the rock experience with songs from Led Zeppelin, Nirvana, Queen, and others. Pre-concert activities start at 5:30 and will include face painting, photo booths, coloring, temporary tattoos, along with free snacks that match the theme for you to enjoy. The concert will start at 7 p.m. sharp. There will also be a Best Rock Star costume contest, so make sure you join the crazy train and dress up.
We are at the half. It is Calexico 21, Southwest 7. The Bulldogs homecoming tonight. So a little bit of an extended halftime. And again, updating scores. San Diego Padres lead the Los Angeles Dodgers 2-1 in the top of the 6th inning. And let's see, high school football. Vincent 26, Calapat nothing. It's Palo Verde 15, Holtville nothing. Imperial and Brawley tied at 7 at the half is the last score we have. And the Imperial Brawley game on the KXO website, kxoradio.com. An important IVL matchup. John Driffill, the Southwest Eagles, 21-7. This is probably as close as they have been at the half since their lone win of the year at Kofa.
Yes, if we remember back the first 2 games, we did not do, but remembering the scores, they were tight, especially against Vincent. It was 14-13 at the half, but then Vincent came out and put a running clock on them in the second half. So it hasn't been the first half that's been Southwest downfall. It's been the second half. You mentioned 2 weeks ago they did pick up a victory against Kofa, and in that game they actually dominated. They've been successful with Youngers getting rid of the ball quickly. When he's held on to it, he's been sacked 4 times. They've also been very successful letting Youngers take off. 2 of the biggest runs of the first half were by Logan Youngers on just broken plays where he took off running, picked up big first downs. And then they did have the one big carry by Matai Cervantes that broke the line of scrimmage and ended up 40 yards downfield. And we know Matai's father across the way is a Calexico Bulldog, graduated back about 40 years ago from Calexico High School, played quarterback right here, and now teaches at Southwest, and that's where all of his children have gone to school, this being his last 2, Matai and Fernando.
Okay, and the Eagles coming out of the halftime, no locker room. They have been assembled in the north end zone at the half, which makes it kind of difficult to go over a lot of things with your team. But that's one of the things that happens when you're on the road, John.
Yes, well, one of the positive is this is not August, so it's not 120 down there on the field. So at least they're not exposed to the heat. It's nice and comfortable in the end zone, sitting on this manicured grass that they've got here at Calexico.
You're sure that's not artificial?
It looks like it, but that's only because they've done such a great job of maintaining it and keeping people off of it.
Okay, we are about 3 minutes or so away from a second half kickoff, and we will bring you that coming up.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and flavor lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Craving Mexican food? La Fonda Bar Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. You're never disappointed on the service you get, the smiling faces who serve you, and the food that's delivered to your table. They make you feel at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily, from chile rellenos to enchiladas. Everything is handmade. La Fonda Bar Grill, 1950 South 4th Street, El Centro.
Pro and his team of employees at Dan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Dan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Dan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in California, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
Okay, John, we're coming up to a second half kickoff. The Eagles are going to have to make some adjustments, and first thing I'm going to say is they're going to have to protect Logan Youngers.
Yes, we've already mentioned that he had 2 broken plays that he picked up big yards on running the football. Also, they might need to shorten up their patterns, not having such deep receivers, so that Youngers has to hold on to it a little bit longer. Calexico, they don't blitz everybody, but they usually have at least 5. So there's usually at least one player coming, whether it's a cornerback or stand-up linebacker or inside linebacker. They usually have 5 coming. And watching the scoreboard, Carroll, it continues to flicker on and off. So let's hope we can get through another half. Well, at least we can see the time as it's now ticking down under half a minute to go. Both teams back out on the field. We already mentioned that Calexico will be kicking off. Southwest will receive the second half kick. And hopefully for the Southwest side of the football field, they can generate something here. They're still obviously well within the game, only down by 2 scores. And Carroll, looking across the way, a couple hundred at least fans of the Eagles have traveled here south. So they've got a good representative body over there that are watching this game.
Okay, and of course we have mentioned several times it is homecoming for the Bulldogs. And so far, they are celebrating with a 21-7 lead. An update, top of the 7th, it is San Diego 2, Los Angeles 1 in the National League Division Series playoffs, as that series tied at 1 each at this point. The Padres trying to break the Dodgers' jinx. They have not done well against the Dodgers this year, so we'll have to wait and see how that one turns out. Nice article on a good friend of ours, a San Diego TV station, did a little piece on the ultimate Padre fan, and that would be Jay Jeffcoat, a good friend of ours going back years. And Jay, with a condo overlooking Petco Park and season tickets for the Padres, the consummate Bulldog fan or Padre fan, and a good friend of ours. We're set for the kickoff. Martinez will kick into a stiff breeze. It's a high, relatively short kick that'll go out of bounds at the 24-yard line, which means we expect to see 1st and 10 for the Eagles on their own 35-yard line.
And that's what they have elected to do, so the ball will be placed down. 1st and 10, 35-yard line. We do not see any changes on either the offense for the Eagles or the defense for the Bulldogs. That means Matai Cervantes is back, flanking Logan Youngers in the backfield. And Aiden Salazar is getting a start as a wideout here to begin the 3rd quarter.
So a few changes for the Eagles. Salazar on the sweep, gets the ball, fires deep downfield, and overthrows. If you remember, Salazar did fill in at quarterback when Youngers got hurt earlier in the season for part of a game, John. So he is able to do that.
Okay, we have a flag down, Carroll, and it looks like it might be a late hit, roughing the quarterback. The referee's moving the ball forward, so this will be a 1st down, and that'll erase the incompleted pass. Salazar showed a nice arm with the win there.
And had it not been for the wind, it might have been completed as that ball did sail.
And that does put the ball right out of midfield, 15 yards from the 35 up to the 50. So Southwest with something going here.
Spot it right on the 50. It'll be 1st and 10. And it is a handoff to Cervantes. Cervantes hit in the backfield and dropped. A Bulldog play by Pedro Rioseco, the inside linebacker. And that's exactly what he did. Grabbed him and held him and tugged at him and dropped him for a 3-yard loss.
That'll bring up 2nd and 13. And Calexico now on their defense, they are not putting anybody in the middle of the field as a safety or a cornerback. They have everybody in tight, and then when the other guys spread out, they spread out and they vacate the middle of the field.
You really don't have to honor the pass at this point, John. Trips on the right side, back to passes Youngers. Youngers chase out of the pocket again, looking, reverses field, turns it back upfield, and is hit and pushed out of bounds. At the 45-yard line, a loss of 2.
Youngers did his best to keep the play alive, to try to make something happen as he was dodging, bobbing, and weaving. Was finally knocked out of bounds, as you called it, back. And they're actually going to put it on the 44 now, so he lost 3.
It'll be 3rd and 16. Until you can start completing passes, I can put 11 guys in the box, John.
Yeah, it looks like Calexico now, they do have the 2 deep safeties in the middle of the field trying to take away something there.
On a 3rd and 13, obviously a passing down, so... Youngers drops back, looking, again, chased out of the pocket, turns it upfield, breaks one tackle, breaks another, pushes forward and struggles to about the 49-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and 11.
So Youngers did pick up 5 yards of the 6 yards that were lost in the sacks. So now it's going to be 4th and 11. And we will see the first punt here in the second half.
And it'll be Anthony Molina punting with the wind to his back, and it is a pretty good wind.
Remember last week at Brawley, Anthony showed that he wants to display his running skills if given the opportunity and the clearance from the coaching staff. Long snap count.
Snap back, kick is away, and it'll be a short kick.
Yeah, went out of bounds. They're marking it.
The coach is marking it, and Sal Carrillo will have none of that. It's my job, Coach. Thank you.
And JJ says, keep coming, and they're going to put it on the 37, 38-yard line.
Hey, Coach shorted himself 3 yards on that.
Well, I'm sure Sal will take some time to chat with him. Sal loves to visit. Calexico right up on the line of scrimmage, though. They're ready to snap the football.
It is 1st and 10. Bulldogs from their own 43, the handoff. And that would be, who else? Zeus Pradis.
He was able to pick up a first down as the snap was bad, and it actually bounced up in the air. And so Pradis just didn't take it from the quarterback. He took it as it was floating there in the air and turned upfield all the way to the 49-yard line for a pickup of 11 on Calexico's first play here in the third quarter.
Just shy of the midfield stripe.
And Torres is the quarterback still. That's the sophomore getting his first game action, varsity level this year today.
Hands off, and again it is Pradis. Pradis hit, stays on his feet, all the way down to the 33-yard line.
16-yard pickup by Pradis on that. Excuse me, let's make it an 18-yard pickup. Don't want to short him 2 yards. 2 carries. He's already got 30 yards here in this early going to the third quarter. Young man refused to go down. Carroll, you thought he was going to be down, as I did, short of the first down, and was able to push it forward another 12 yards.
Okay, Pradis came out. And a bad snap, but the play is blown dead.
I'm not sure if we had motion again by the Bulldogs, as they've been wont to do tonight, and we have.
5 yards, procedure. Move it back to the 38-yard line.
And
1st and 15.
Conchola comes out to join Pradis on the sidelines. Taking their place is Andres Castro.
Castro showed something in the first half. And it is a jet sweep, and he stays on his feet as Loera Rodriguez was hit in the backfield, but managed to avoid the first tackle, but not the second, third, and fourth. He'll come off limping minus a helmet.
Yeah, that was a 1 yard gain after all of that, Carroll, but as you mentioned it, he was hit deep in the backfield as Southwest showing their adjustments at halftime for that jet sweep. They had the stand-up linebacker defensive end. He just stood there, and as soon as he saw the motion, he came across the line and he didn't care who had the ball. He was going to tackle the man in motion. And that time, the man in motion did have the ball.
2nd and 14. Wide right, slot right, back to pass. The lefty fires it downfield, got the man open. Did he catch it? Yes. Beautiful catch over the shoulder, and I believe that was Jesse Hernandez.
So now the Bulldogs are right back down, knocking on the door inside the 15. They're going to put it on the 12. 25-yard pitch and catch.
1st and 10 from the 11. 6:20 to play in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead 21-7.
Calexico did have trouble at the end of the second quarter from this position on the field, Carroll.
And on the sweep, it is Raudes into the end zone. Raudes on that sweep, took it in.
So Calexico coming out, showing that they're ready to play as they ran the sweep so successfully in the first half. Ran it again there. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. Raudes hit at the 5 and just refused to go down. Carried a couple Eagles into the end zone for 6 points.
So we'll have a kick. Nope, we won't have a kick. We will have a 2-point attempt. Dumping it off into the end zone.
And it is completed, Carroll. Has brought us to it right over the middle to the wide open Benjamin Rodriguez.
Torres to Rodriguez for a 2-point conversion. 6:07 to play in the third quarter. It is Calexico 29 and Southwest 7.
Kennedy's Taco Shop in the Ocotillo Plaza in El Centro, home of the 2 for $10 burritos and tortas, 99-cent fish tacos every day. You can enjoy with an ice-cold beer. And don't forget Kennedy's award-winning carne asada. They also have thrifty ice cream. Kennedy's Taco Shop is open Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 7, Saturdays 11 to 6. That's Kennedy's Taco Shop, 1560 Ocotillo Drive in the Ocotillo Plaza in El Centro.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with Z-Power from shelf, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza. Or see the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs. Yes, McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Well, the Bulldogs moved rather smartly down the field on that drive, John.
Right, they had a couple big plays of 18, 25 yards. Carroll, you wonder why 27-7 you go for 2. They're not trying to pile anything on. They had their previous field goal attempt blocked. They had a PAT after the first touchdown block. They're kicking into the wind, so they just determined, look, our best chance here is to just try to put it in the end zone, not try to kick it.
Martinez drives it deep. It'll bounce at the 12, picked up at the 10, looking for some running room and finding little or no running room on the return. It was Edgar Cisneros.
First time I've had a chance to call Edgar's name tonight, as he does get a lot of playing time, especially on special teams. Looks like they're going to put the ball down on the 18-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles on their own 18.
Raleigh leads Imperial 14-7 in the fourth quarter.
People in Brawley now are exhaling, I'm sure. Imperial playing them tough.
Imperial has a habit of coming back at the gun, John. Quick dump off. It is complete. And the pass from Youngers, and that was completed.
Jonas Estrada with his first catch, 7-yard pickup. Bring now 2nd and 3. First completion here in the third quarter.
Trips on the left side, the wide side. Back to pass. And Youngers chased out of the pocket, turns it upfield, looking downfield, dumps it off, incomplete. Youngers again running for his life, trying to make something happen.
I think we're going to have to start calling him Houdini because he certainly looked like he was trapped way back inside the 10-yard line, and somehow he escaped, was able to turn upfield, and then before he was going to be tackled, he threw the ball on the sidelines for an attempted catch. Catch wasn't made, but now you've still got your 3rd and 3.
Wide left, slot left, wide right, slot right. Cervantes, the single setback. Here they come. Logan Youngers chase out of the pocket, stays on his feet, turns it upfield, and is hit.
Very close to the first down, but it's going to be a little short.
And Youngers gets up a little bit woozy. Spotted on the 24-yard line, actually, so he lost a yard, John.
So now Southwest needs to determine what they're going to do here. We already saw them go for it once, but this is a little bit longer. They've got 4th and a long 3, a short 4. Youngers turn what could have been a 15, 16-yard sack into back near the line of scrimmage. So great effort by the junior.
Now flag flies in the middle, and a couple of guys grab one of the Southwest Eagles and say, cool off, calm down. And that looked like an ejection, John.
It's against Calexico. This will be a first down for the Eagles. So I don't know what you're doing when you got them 4th and 3 from their own 25-yard line, what you're trying to cause trouble for. You just gave them a first down.
Well, there was a little bit of pushing and shoving at the end of that last play.
But after all that's said and done, it is the second first down of the 3rd quarter, both of them courtesy of personal fouls by the homestanding and the homecoming Calexico Bulldogs.
Spotted on the 40, 1st and 10. From the pistol, Youngers will hand off, and finding a little bit of running room was Edgar Cisneros, the senior. Picks up about 5. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5.
That's Edgar's first carry after he had his first tackle on returning of the kick. So now he gets a nice carry, 5-yard pickup, running around the right side of the Eagles offense.
Cisneros stays in the backfield. He is behind Youngers. He gets the football, same play, the other side, and this time he'll lose 5. Shooting through on the tackle for the Bulldogs, Pedro Rioseco.
So it brings up 3rd and 9 after the 5-yard pickup. Now you have a 4-yard loss, 3rd and 9. Southwest, as always, getting the call in from the sidelines, not carried in by a player. Wide outs left, right out wides. Calexico once again with no center field safety. So the middle of the field is wide open.
Ferdy Cervantes in the backfield. And misses a block, and Youngers is tossed down again. And Pedro Rioseco with the sack.
So once again, we see that when Matai Cervantes is not on the field, that it's usually bad things happen for the Eagles, whether it's offense or defense. That was a 15-yard sack all the way back to the 26.
So it'll bring up 4th and 24.
Once again, we'll see Southwest go into punt formation. Let's see if the Bulldogs try to award them another penalty called first down. Molina back, waiting for the snap. Long count, as always.
Snap is away. Nice kick. Caught at the 33. Right up the gut. That's where you go. Across the 50. There's a slot. The 30. The 15. 10. 5. drive, touchdown, but it's going to come back.
Yeah, there's a flag on the 20-yard line.
Pratis did what you've heard me say over and over and over again, go right up the middle.
It was a great kick for high school, but it was also a low kick, a line drive. Pratis caught it, and he's got speed, he's got moves, and he had a few players lay hands on him, but they didn't get him.
There's one flag back at the 41-yard line, and there was another flag at the 30 on the other side of the field. So from the 41-yard line, they're going to march it off.
Does it go all the way back to the 26?
Block in the back.
And perhaps that's why Pratis was able to have such a great return. There were some illegal blocks. That's a 10-yard penalty, and they're going to say it happened on the 40, so they're going to put it on the 30. After all of that, it's still Calexico's football.
A little bit of excitement. So right now, I'd give the ball to Pratis, and let's see if he can duplicate that.
Well, we mentioned before game, they like to have him get the ball in the open field. Tonight, they've been giving it to him between the tackles. But the young man's had a good evening. He's been able to push the ball, including the last touchdown he made.
So 2:23 to play in the third quarter. It is Calexico 29, Southwest 7. The Bulldogs ball. 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. It is Torres from the shotgun, dumps it off in the flat. It is complete, makes one guy miss, makes another guy miss, carries it out to the 50-yard line. Great pitch and catch, Marco Esquer.
5th first down here in the third quarter, across midfield all the way to the 49 for a 21-yard gain.
Julian Lopez finally made the tackle.
And that's how you make connections as a sophomore quarterback. You throw it about a yard or two behind the line of scrimmage and let the guy run 21 yards down the line of scrimmage.
Isn't that the Fran Tarkenton way?
2 for 2 so far in the third quarter is the sophomore Torres.
Low snap, picked up, handed off, and finding some room down the right side. And on the carry, Andres Castro.
He's a very capable backup to Pratis. As we see now, it looks like the Bulldog offense is starting to wear down the Eagles defense. You're not seeing nearly the penetration. You are seeing a good push by the Bulldogs line off of the snap.
2nd and 2. Fake it to Pratis, fire over the middle. It is complete. And Esquer on the catch. The tackle by Cole Redden, a sophomore.
10-yard pickup. And the 6th first down here in the third quarter as we have under a minute to go.
1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Handoff on the sweep. And getting a tackle, cutting it inside, then outside is Castro. Castro with a nice run. Fresh legs. It'll be 1st and goal from the 10.
So that's a 21-yard pickup there as now Calexico is just gashing the Southwest defense. 7th first down. And they've marched the ball smartly once they took over on their own 30 after all the penalties and the big return.
And I believe that we're going to call that the end of the third quarter. Time expires. Or did we take a timeout?
No, well, the clock shows.
Clock started running again.
Well, again,
and then it stopped again.
Well, we've had trouble. It's flickering.
They wanted to run, so no timeout. At the end of the third quarter, at the end of 3 quarters of football, it's Calexico 29 and Southwest 7.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Craving Mexican food? La Fonda Bar Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. You're never disappointed on the service you get, the smiling faces who serve you, and the food that's delivered to your table. They make you feel at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily, from chile rellenos to enchiladas. Everything is handmade. La Fonda Bar Grill, 1950 South 4th Street, El Centro.
You're listening to High School Football on AM 1230 Kxo Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
It's first and goal from the 10-yard line. The Bulldogs now moving south to north. And the handoff, it is that sweep play, and it is staying on his feet. Andres Castro.
He was tackled just shy of the goal line. They're going to mark it on the 1 for a 9-yard pickup. So do you go ahead and reward Castro, who brought it down here? He is staying in the game.
Castro, the single setback. On a wing is Conchola. It is Castro. Castro off right tackle into the end zone. Touchdown. Andres Castro for the score.
And I'm going to assume that we will see a kick PAT attempt here because they are kicking with the wind. But we'll have to wait and see what the Calexico coach on the sidelines decides to do, as Fernando Solano is already made up his mind, and it looks like they're going to go for it. He's not going to trust his kicking team anymore tonight.
Sean Torres brings the team out.
Looks like the Bulldogs have found a quarterback for next week when they have to play Brawley.
Castro is right next to him. Looking, firing into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. A scare. Or not a touchdown, a 2-point conversion. So, with 11:20 to play in the football game, it's Calexico 37 and Southwest 7. High school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the KXO YouTube channel. Brought to you by Southwest Security Services, by the CB Stop, La Fonda Bar Grill, Stan's Auto Body, McNeece Mart, by the Broken Yolk Café, Kennedy's Taco Shop, Imperial Valley College, Kennedy's Karne. It's high school football.
We've seen a little bit of everything tonight, Carroll. We've seen some big plays on the kicking game, passing and running. We've also seen some blocked PATs and field goal attempts. We've seen some penalties, some of them head-scratching penalties. And all in all is said and done right now, Calexico's got a commanding 30-point lead for their homecoming here.
By the way, the Padres lead the Dodgers 2-1, top of the 8th inning. It's Palo Verde 29, Hopeville nothing. And high driving kick that'll go into the end zone. Touchback. Person 10 Southwest on their own 20-yard line. Brawley leads Imperial 14-7 in the fourth quarter. We knew that one was going to be a good game, John.
It turned out to be. We'll see. I'm sure that Brawley and next week play on Thursday against these Bulldogs. Gives them an extra day to prepare for Central the following week. And I don't imagine that Coach Self is really showing much against Imperial. He's probably already mapped out the game, figured exactly what he could do to come away with a victory. Whether or not Imperial is going to acquiesce to that is to be determined. But Brawley's probably playing pretty much close to the vest. And, when we go down there in 2 weeks, we're probably going to see a much more wide-open Brawley attack.
First and 10, Southwest.
And Matai Cervantes is back in at the running back position next to Logan Youngers.
Youngers, again, with a press ball tipped up in the air and almost caught, but it goes incomplete. Almost picked up on the deflection by the Eagles. Julian Lopez had a shot.
But Ty Cervantes did a nice job of picking up one of the blisters, but he couldn't pick them all up as a big lineman stuck up his right hand and batted the ball straight up in the air.
From the pistol, Youngers. Hands off, and it is Cervantes, Matai Cervantes.
Let's see, we have the Bulldogs celebrating. I'm not sure why. We do see a penalty flag right there at the 18-yard line where Cervantes was tackled. Let's see if it's a face mask or...
Personal foul, face mask against the Bulldogs.
So that will be the third first down by way of penalty here in the second half for the Eagles, courtesy of the Bulldogs. So they're not only hosting homecoming, they're being good hosts to the Eagles. Swings the ball all the way out to the 35-yard line.
Spotted on the 33-yard line, 1st and 10, Eagles.
That's right, because he was tackled in the backfield. So we negate the 2-yard loss. Still picked up 13 positive yards. And now we see that Matai Cervantes is in the I formation, deep behind Youngers.
Fake it to Cervantes. And Logan Youngers will pick up about a yard.
Looks like that was a design rollout play where Youngers is supposed to keep the ball and carry it. He did a fake pump pass, throws one of the oncoming Bulldogs, but was still brought down right there at the line of scrimmage.
So no gain, but no loss. 2nd and 10.
Now we have the more traditional double wideouts left and right for the Eagles. Cervantes does stay in the back deep I.
Cisneros is in the backfield behind Youngers. Cisneros with the ball. Cisneros turns it upfield off the left side.
Picks up a first down. Was able to bring it out near midfield. Looks like they're going to mark it past the 45 on the 46. So 11-yard pickup for Cisneros. Excellent play by the Eagles, as obviously the Bulldogs not aware of Cisneros. Did not see number 4 in there. Cisneros just took it and ran right around all of them.
The pistol, it is Cisneros. Okay, now he moves up right next to Youngers. Handoff Cisneros, same play, the other side, gets a block, turns it upfield, and is pushed out of bounds.
But that is very close to a first down, and it looks like it should be or will be a first down as Cisneros was ridden out of bounds. And let's see if there's another penalty. I think the referee this time, instead of throwing a flag for unsportsmanlike, is talking to the Calexico player who pushed Cisneros out of bounds. Nothing wrong with that. And they're going to mark it. Looks like it's across the yard to gain. They put the ball on the 43. It is a first down.
1st and 10. Eagles moving the football. They trail 37-7. 9 minutes to play in the football game.
Cisneros 11 and 13 yards in his last 2 carries.
Triple stack on the left side, the wide side of the field now. One of them goes in motion. It is again the handoff to Cisneros. He slips as he tries to cut, and no gain.
You wonder how far he could have gone if he hadn't slipped, Carroll, because it looks like he cut back and his feet just went up underneath him. It looked like he'd set up the would-be tackler and was going to break right through the middle. And we've already mentioned that Calexico, on many of their formations on the defense, do not have anybody in the middle of the field. So he could have been off to the races.
Youngers fakes it to Cisneros, rolls to his right, fires downfield, incomplete. The pass was intended for William Lillian,
Youngers is a very unlike Youngers 1-for-4 here in this second half. Usually he's over 50%. That time the receiver did get his hands on the football but wasn't able to bring it in.
3rd and 10.
Clock stops on the incompletion.
Youngers from the shotgun. Hands off, and again, the handoff to Cisneros. Egner. Cisneros, he's a senior. He picks up about 3 yards. Bring up 4th. I give him a good spot. Picked up 5. 4th and 5. Yes, they will go for it.
Calexico making a defensive change as Matai Cervantes is in the backfield, just offset from the quarterback Youngers. Everyone looking to the sidelines, getting the play called in. Triple wideouts to the right side, one way out to the left. Calexico remains in their signature defense, meaning the middle of the field is wide open.
Dropping deep, it is Youngers again running for his life, fires outfield, got the man open. That is Lillian. He breaks a tackle and takes it down to about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, Youngers was well behind the line of scrimmage. No chance of going over the line of scrimmage. Excellent pass. Nice catch by Lillian over there, as once he got the football, he took a big hit, did not go down.
And now they're calling it back. By the way, the clock hasn't moved in the last 3 plays.
Well, that's not because they're not starting it. Again, we've mentioned that it's malfunctioning.
Clock is officially kept on the field.
So they've got the football, meaning the referee, and he's marching back here. All 22 football players are down what would be a line of scrimmage on the 13-yard line. Meanwhile, all 4 refs are standing on the 33-yard line with the football.
And we hope we get...
It does look like both offensive and defensive lines are just visiting, have a little chat down there. Might as well make good use of it. The down markers show 1st and 10 inside the 15. So what we could possibly be talking about is, I'm not sure. Won't speculate.
I don't see any flags, but
we still have the football, and now we're walking back near the 40-yard line.
Was there timeout called?
Now, the line of scrimmage was the 28. It was going to be 4th down and 5 yards from the 28. And I said the 28, excuse me, that's the 38.
And that's where they have spotted the ball.
Yeah, so they're going to return it back to the line.
And it may be that...
Okay, Carol, I see what they have done. They've called a motion penalty, but actually the ball was on the 38, so they should move it back to the 43. They're going to put it in the 44. So that was a motion. The play was dead, so none of that counted. It's still 4th down. Now, they've got 3rd down across the way. But that was 4th down. Remember, we talked about how they were going to go for it? So I don't see how you could gain a down on a play that was stopped by motion.
4th down, 15.
And now it looks like the Eagles are going to punt. Let's see if this is a fake. We certainly know Molina would love to get a chance to run with the football, as we saw last week at Brawley. And now Calexico wants an explanation as their coach is running out on the field. No, he's just going to pick up a piece of paper or whatever, a wrapper or something, maybe a towel that came off one of the players. The clock is frozen, so I don't think we're going to have any more clock moving here. Scoreboard shows it's 37-7 Bulldogs. We are deep into the 4th quarter, and Southwest is ready to punt.
Punting into a stiff wind. Good snap. low spinning kick. It'll bounce at the 20 and go out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Actually, they'll say the 15 is where it went out. So the Bulldogs will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line, and the clock moved on that one, John.
Yeah, well, again, we don't know what the official is. We know that probably can't be correct since it didn't move for several plays. When we saw the scoreboard, whenever you see a ladder behind the scoreboard, that's usually not a good sign. As Carroll coming onto the field now, perhaps to get quarterback mop-up duty, is Julian Silva, who did start against Central last week.
Low snap, he picks it up and hands off and cutting across the 30 with a man to beat at the 40, moves across the 50. Nice run. And was that Castro again? No, wasn't Castro. That was Damian Hurtado.
He's a senior, big gain of 35 yards all the way out to the 50-yard line.
Spotted right on the midfield stripe.
Calexico just gashing the rushing defense of the Eagles now for huge gains.
And again, some fresh legs. And this time it is inside run. Picks up about 10 yards, and David Rivera on that one, another senior. Move the chains.
Calexico just piling up first downs. As you mentioned, just getting huge chunks of yards. Silva, once again, quarterback in the shotgun or pistol formation. We probably will not see Pradas again tonight.
Silva will keep it. Silva will turn it upfield. Not sure if that was a broken play or designed on a quarterback keeper.
I believe that he read the play, Carroll. Again, that's that RPO where you look to see what the end is doing, and Silva felt that the would-be runner would be tackled actually in the backfield, which he probably would have been, so he pulled the ball back out and took off running. Calexico trying to give Brawley some different things to look for now because they do play the Wildcats next week.
It is 2nd and 7. Silva, the quarterback,
tucking in the jersey of his running mate. Didn't like him to be without his shirt tucked in.
Handoff is to Rivera. Rivera, stiff arms, spins, turns it upfield, gets it down to the 31-yard line. It'll be just shy of the first down.
Yep.
David Rivera.
Excellent running by Rivera. Brings up 3rd and 1. Silva gets the play called in, and then the Bulldogs actually do huddle up. One of the few teams we've seen this year do that.
Hurtado now the running back. It is the option and the pitch back and across the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. On the carry there was Leo Controla.
14-yard pickup. As there we saw the option, looked like Brawley. The quarterback spun out, faked the handoff to the dive play, and then pitched it. And Conchola picked up a nice first down inside the 20.
Final score, Palo Verde 35, Hopeville nothing. And the handoff in the middle, breaking a tackle and moving the ball forward is David Rivera.
Nice.
Raleigh and Imperial are in overtime, tied at 14. Imperial missed a field goal. So they're tied at 14 in OT, John.
Well, we saw a few years ago Imperial had a chance to beat Central and they missed a field goal, but that actually cost them the game. This would have won the game for them as well. So you got to feel some heartbreak for Imperial playing a tough Brawley team. Many people feel Brawley is the class of the Valley. Brawley maybe overlooking Imperial a little bit. We'll get to what the termination of the overtime game could mean.
Snap is back. The handoff right into the middle is Damian Hurtado. So Brawley and Imperial tied at 14 in overtime. Brawley missed the field goal. So Imperial's got the shot.
So now, remember a few years ago when Royce Freeman was on Imperial's team, Carter, the quarterback, etc., that they tied and went to overtime, and then Imperial got the win. But it's who you talk to whether or not Imperial won the football game.
Rivera, the setback. Silva, the quarterback, hands off to Rivera. Rivera dances around a little bit. He'll pick up the first down.
That was all on Rivera as he was actually tackled in the backfield, but was able to push forward and get the 1 yard necessary for the first down. That will bring up now first and goal.
So it is first and goal from about the 7.
And I am surprised, Carroll, that Brawley's kicker missed that. I mentioned last week he looked like he was the best kicker in the Valley. So I guess I jinxed him.
Sweep, and it is touchdown, Damian Hurtado. Damian Hurtado takes it in for the score.
And no matter what the clock says now, that will get the clock running as Calexico does push the lead above 35 points. And it looks like we are going to get a conventional PAT here, meaning a kick.
Well, Martinez has the wind at his back.
The problem hasn't been Martinez or his leg, it's been the snaps. The snaps have not been good.
So Martinez will try the point after. It is 43-7. Let's see if he can make it 44. Snap back. Kick is up. Kick is good. A minute to play in this football game. That may be the final play of the game as the clock runs. 44-7. Calexico leads Southwest.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. PO box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970.
Fonda Bar Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. You're never disappointed on the service you get, the smiling faces who serve you, and the food that's delivered to your table. They make you feel at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily, from chile rellenos to enchiladas. Everything is handmade. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street, El Centro.
Well, we may have a kickoff. They've been stalling long enough. And the ball is marked for play. Martinez kicks it deep. And that's the end of the football game. Touchback, end of the game, as the Brawley, the Calexico Bulldogs prevail. Homecoming win, 44-7.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is
tied at 14 in overtime.
Fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Well, the Bulldogs with a homecoming win. the Bulldogs defeat the Southwest Eagles in an Imperial Valley League game. And, well, it was a rather impressive Bulldog game. Pretty much controlled the action from the beginning and kept it on right through the final gun. The Eagles unable to really get much going, and actually with one scoring drive, and at one point actually had a 7-6 lead over the Bulldogs. That one scoring drive by the Eagles, 80 yards on 8 plays, 5 of them on the ground. Logan Youngers was 3 of 3 passing, but the score, well, it was a pass from Logan Youngers to Julian Lopez. Then with the point after, that's where the score and the Eagles had their lone lead of the night, 7-6. John Driffill is working on some numbers. We are working on some scores, and we'll get you the numbers and the scores as we continue.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, housing program, career services support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
Wake up with Kxo Cafe, open daily at 7 a.m., serving your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Cafe serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Cafe thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
Okay, John Driffill, we can update. The last we heard, and we just got this, the Imperial leads Brawley 17-14, and that game's not over. Brawley has the ball.
So that must mean then that Brawley missed a field goal at the end of regulation to win the game.
Right.
Now if Brawley scores a touchdown, they win. They kick a field goal, they keep going. Let's look at the stats for this game right here, Carroll. This is the one that we're most concerned about. Dominant second half for the Bulldogs. They ended up running the ball 35 times from scrimmage for 281 total yards. 5 for 10 was the quarterback, the sophomore, getting his first start for the Bulldogs tonight, Sean Torres, and that was 103 yards, so not bad for your first passing game, giving Calexico 384 total yards, 16 first downs. There was one interception. The very first pass of the game was intercepted by the Eagles' William Lilliam. On the other side of the football, Southwest ran it 27 times for 78 yards. 6 for 13 was Logan Youngers for 84 yards, giving Southwest 162 total yards, 11 first downs. They did have one fumble turnover in the first half, no interceptions. Individually, running the football for the Eagles tonight, Matai Cervantes, 8 carries, 32 yards. Logan Youngers, 12 credited carries. 5 times he was sacked for total of 2+ yards. Also, Aiden Salazar getting 1 carry for 14 yards. And Edgar Cisneros calling for playing time, 6 carries and 30 yards. The 6 passes were among 5 different receivers. Cole Redden had 1 catch for 9 yards. Andres Lopez had 1 catch for 6 yards. Aiden Salazar had 1 catch, a big one, for 46 yards. Getting 2 catches on the night was Jonah Estrada for 16 yards, and the 1 reception was a 7-yard touchdown by the Eagles' Julian Lopez. So Southwest will regroup. They will host Palo Verde next week, and we will be at Southwest football field to cover that game. So we put this one in the books. Final score once again, Calexico 44, Southwest 7.
Okay, John, and by the way, scores You'll find scores on our website, kxoradio.com, and we'll try and get you the latest. The final, San Diego beat the Dodgers 2-1. So the Padres with a 2-1 advantage in the best of 5 series. And still waiting to see if we can get that Brawley Imperial update for you. Meanwhile, Palo Verde beat Holtville 35-0. The last we had, Vincent 26, Calapat 0. Imperial leading Brawley 17-14, but in overtime, Brawley with a first and goal, Brawley touchdown, Brawley will win in overtime, if that counts, John. That's a long story. And our final score here, well, it was 44-7. The Calexico Bulldogs prevail. High school football on AM 1230, Kxo El Centro, California. John and I will be at Southwest next week for the Eagles and the Yellow Jackets from Palo Verde. And we'll have that game for you. Thursday night, Mickey Dale, George Grijalva will have the Brawley game. That'll be Brawley and Imperial. That'll be Central and Imperial next week with Mickey Dale and George Grijalva. We want to thank Kurt Hoffman, our technical advisor, our producer-engineer, Gabe Lemus, John Driffill with the stats and the color commentary. I'm Carroll Buckley. Thank you for listening on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California.
Trust you're all feeling